And welcome back. As we go ahead and continue looking at programming with C, let's go ahead and jump ahead to discuss if-else statements. So, of course, C can handle conditions and if statements, very similar to what we would expect from our previous programming languages. C, of course, has support for less than or equal to, greater than equal to, and not equal to. And you'll notice that a lot of these formats are very similar to what we might expect. See, of course, when we actually start writing these as conditionals, you can see we have if, and else that we can use. And these, again, function exactly the same way as we have expected them to function in the past. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the if statement. We use, of course, if statements to specify a block of code to be executed if a condition is true. So very simply, this could be like if 20 is greater than 18, we just would print out 20 is greater than 18. Putting this in more context with variables that we are used to, let's just go ahead and reassign that. So like int x equals 20 and int y equals 18. We could say if x is greater than y, we could print out x is greater than y. Now, of course, else statements we are also very familiar with. We, of course, use this to specify a block of code executed if our above condition for the if is false. So again, this acts just as we expected. It's kind of like a bucket, a catch-all condition. So in this example, you can say int time equals 20. If time is less than 18, we're going to print good day. Otherwise, we're going to print good evening. Now, with the else if, again, this is another way for us to test multiple conditions. Of course, this always operates after the if statement. So just like we have in previous languages, we have to have the if statement first, and then we can have our else ifs. In this example, we have, again, int time is now 22. We say if time is less than 10, we're going to say good morning. Else if time is less than 20, it's going to print good day, and otherwise it's going to print good evening. Now lastly, let's just discuss compound operators. We have three compound operators in the C language that we can use: and, or, and not. And these function very similar to what we would expect. So for example, if I say if num is equal to 1 and num does not equal 2, and then we can do stuff, that means it's going to first, of course, test this left-hand side of the expression and evaluate it, and then evaluate the right-hand side of this expression. Remember that and, both of these conditions has to be true for it to evaluate as true, and with an or statement, both of them have to be false for it to evaluate as false. And let's go ahead and take a look at some C language. I went ahead and created a quick, simple code to test out our if-else statement. And you can see we have in here a compound expression. So that means it's going to look to see if either this left-hand side or this right-hand side is true. In this case, our secret code is set to 5 ones. And so it's going to first look to see this part is if it's true or false. In this case, it's false because it is not equal to that. And then it's going to evaluate the right-hand side. And it's going to look and see, oh, that is true. So this whole statement is true. So it's going to fall in here. It's going to say pass code to easy, create new code. It's going to get new code from the user. And then we'll have this print statement down here that just tells us what the current code is. Now, if I were to change that to something else, then of course we're going to get this else statement to trigger. So let's just go ahead and run this real quick. And you notice it jumps right into the passcode is too easy, create a new one. So let's just say 14123. And of course we get now the current code is 14123. So again, a very quick demonstration of how we can use if else here and when we're working with C.